Hello there. My name is Dylan, and I am the creator and owner of the DJR YouTube channel, formerly known as Blackout. Like me, you are probably a small creator. My definition of a small creator being someone with less than 10,000 subscribers. And if you're within that range, you might want to listen up. Because what I'm about to tell you might jeopardize your whole YouTube career. So let's start with the basics. Next month, on February 21st, the United States Supreme Court is going to hear a case named Gonzalez versus Google LLC. The issue being, quote, whether Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act immunizes interactive computer services when they make targeted recommendations of information provided by another information contact provider, or only limited liability of interactive computer services when they engage in traditional editorial functions, such as deciding whether to display overdraw with regard to such information, end quote. Now, if you understood none of what I just said, allow me to just break it down for you in English. Basically, the gist of the case will determine whether websites are liable for what their automated algorithms push out to the public. In this case, whether YouTube can be liable for the videos that their automated algorithms push out to viewers in terms of their recommended videos and the suggested videos. So what this will do, if SCOTUS decides to rule in favor of the plaintiff, in this case being Reynaldo Gonzalez, YouTube would most likely respond by eliminating the algorithm, at least as we know it now, and possibly replace it with something else. If YouTube were to remove the algorithm that the site is based off of to allow smaller creators to have their videos shown to the public, then those videos that smaller creators had made and put an excruciating amount of time into would not be shown to the public at all. Now, before I go into explain more, I want to first say that I am not a lawyer. I am not studying to be a lawyer, nor will I ever want to be a lawyer. That is a lot of stress and anxiety on my oh so fragile mind. So please take whatever I say with, let's say, a truckload of salt. I mentioned Section 230 of the Communication Decency Act a little bit earlier, and I want to elaborate more on what that exactly is. Section 230 of Title 47 of the United States Communications Decency Act of 1996 protects websites from being held accountable for the content that users post on their websites. Let me give you an example. If someone posts, let's say, pornographic material to, let's say, Twitter cannot be found liable if someone decides to sue Twitter because they had viewed that pornographic material and found it offensive, because since they're run out of the United States, they're protected under Section 230. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, YouTube is protected under Section 230. They're based out of California, so why are they being sued now? Wouldn't this case just be thrown out? Well, here's the thing. There isn't a provision in Section 230 that protects websites that push out content to their viewers via algorithms, like automated algorithms, if that makes sense. So if the Supreme Court rules in favor of YouTube, that's great, nothing changes. But if they were to rule in favor of the plaintiffs, YouTube would now have to be responsible for those videos that their algorithm pushes out, no matter what they are. Let's say some YouTuber with like 20 subscribers uploads a video that is absolutely horrendous, like the content is indescribable. YouTube would then have to defend itself by stating that they are not responsible for that video should they get sued. And of course, since people are greedy, everyone is going to be wanting a slice of that pie. So just dozens and dozens of lawsuits would just come in from people getting recommended this type of content. Now, if you don't know, lawsuits are very expensive to defend. You have to pay a legal team, legal fines, whatever it is. But the point is, it's just very expensive to fight lawsuits. And if Google were just to have all these lawsuits pile up on them, it would just get to a point where it wouldn't be financially feasible to keep the site running, at least the way it is right now. So this spans beyond like the smaller creators getting screwed over. This basically has implications that could jeopardize the site as a whole, and not even YouTube. I'm just only talking about YouTube because I'm mainly on YouTube, but this also could be applied to other sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and maybe even Snapchat. Don't think it's only going to be YouTube getting slapped with this. it's going to be all the sites getting slapped with this. Now you're probably wondering, what can we do about it? Well, the simple answer is there's not really much we can do about it. It's not like we could just call a local representative like we've done several other times. This case is already at the Supreme Court, so we can't really do much about it. All we can really do right now is just sit and wait and hope for the best. I'm surprised that there is not a lot of coverage on this. Like, this literally has implications that could affect the site as a whole. And I've only seen like a couple videos on this. I saw Scarce uploaded his video where he talked about it towards the end. And he was talking about Captain Sparkles' video, which I also watched in preparation for this. He talked about it for a little bit. But other than that, not really much is being talked about, which is honestly kind of a shame because this has a lot of weight and merit to it, which could affect the site and pretty much the internet, like social media as a whole. Now, I'm sure as we get closer to the actual argument stage, which is February 21st, like I said earlier, February 21st of this year, 2023, I'm sure as we get closer to the trial and more people learn about it, I feel like we'll see more videos come out talking about it. But I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed on what was going on YouTube because, like you know, I'm a small creator, and this kind of terrifies me. Like, if the Supreme Court were favored of plaintiffs in this, the algorithm would basically be dead, at least as we know it. And then I feel that smaller creators would not be able to have the voice that they should have on YouTube. It'd basically be snuffed out like a candlelight. But anyway, we'll just have to see. So if you want to read more about this, obviously, I will leave links in the description where you can read more about it for yourself. And I'll also include a link where you can read the actual lawsuit document for yourself if you're well-versed in legal stuff. So that's all I have, really. I'm hoping that this goes well and that we don't get screwed over. But I want to thank you guys for watching. And before I go, I want to say that I am going to hopefully move to a once-a-month upload schedule. I leave for college actually this Saturday when the video uploads. So hopefully I will be around for a once-a-month upload. I have a video coming out on the 21st of January. So I'm hoping to have a video out for February, March, and April. I get back in May, so I'll be able to continue doing that. I have a couple interesting projects coming up, so I just wanted to throw that in there real quick. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys, hopefully at least, later.